welcome to Real Talk 2.0 Monday edition. I am Red, of course.
And I'm Latif.
And you know what? Today we're going to talk about, and this is going to have a range of different topics. Okay? What's holding you back? You know, we can go all over the place with that. Yeah. But you know what? Again, off of my no complaining cleanse, which, believe it or not, actually works. Go ahead and try it. Just try it for 24 hours and you'll find it'll be part of your daily routine not to complain, you know. And I don't think it's about accepting what the universe gives you. It's just making the best out of everything. You know, it just changes the mindset. Yep. So, with that being said, let's start off with the most obvious one. Here we are. It's spring. It feels like summer already. And I'm starting to notice that a lot of people are complaining about not having a fruitful or committed relationship. And I see this a lot on my timeline where people are just like, you know, I can't find anybody. The tax money is gone already. I'm by myself. I want to have that relationship. So using that as a litmus, what do you think might be holding people back, be it male or female? Having a fruitful relationship. I mean, what's holding you back from having a fruitful relationship with me?
Nothing.
That was the test. That was the test right there.
I don't know. I guess accepting people for who they are. I don't know. I try to stay away from relationship advice, but
well, it's not so much advice as it is. Okay, let me help you out here. So I think a lot of people are complaining are not putting themselves in circumstances where they can find a fruitful relationship. You know, a lot of people find themselves, they figure the easiest way is to go to a bar or a nightclub and you'll find somebody that hasn't worked since 1910. You know, usually people that's at bars and nightclubs only want one thing, and that usually 9 times out of 10 does not lead to a fruitful relationship.
I mean, I guess sometimes I think like-minded.
Right, you should go to places.
If you go and you want that, it's somebody there that wants that kind of relationship too, and it may last for a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I think I think overall, what, you know, is just not, but I think this goes all around, the really relationship, everything is not accepting people for who they are and letting people be who they are, you know. It's, I mean, we all do it. Sometimes I do, and I have to stop, and I think, you know, once you check me, it's like, you know, why, you know, you say it like that, and it's like, because that's how I am. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's, you know, you can't try to make somebody be something that they're not. And that, I'm just saying, from my end, from like, you know, speaking to other female, I was going to say friends, but that's not right now. That's not the case.
That's the truth?
That wouldn't be the truth of my situation. But I think it's, you know, it's a lot of times, you know, we have complaints, oh, they're like this, they're like that, they never want to do this, but you ever stop and think maybe that's just the person that they are. And also, you know, in the beginning of relationships, sometimes you tend to be somebody that you're not because you really like the person and want to have
hold it up for too long.
You can't hold it up for too long.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. What I want to thank you for sharing that with me. But I'm going to have to contest like at least one of your points.
Okay.
I believe that a fruitful relationship, there has to be change. Change is the natural law of the universe. If I find myself saying too many times, and I may not share this with you, if I find myself saying too many times, well, that's just the way that I am, you know, it might be a character flaw, but only I can figure that out.
Right.
You know, only I can figure that out.
Right.
And, you know, one of the things that I was trying to get to when I was talking about the nightclub thing is, I think people can't find fruitful relationships because they go outside of the zone that they basically are happy in.
Right.
You know, I'm a geek sometimes. If I was in the need of a relationship, I guess I would go to like conventions, things of that matter. I would go to probably, believe it or not, the library. You know, because I'm surrounding myself with people that are like-minded, that want the same things. Now, one thing that I will give a warning to is you should never play at work. You know, I mean, because that's...
I say nothing.
No, you said, but you did.
Yeah.
No, but the reason why, and I'm not gonna lie, I met you at a job that I was working at, but we worked for two different companies. We just worked under just worked under the same roof. Okay, I was a manager where I was at, and it wouldn't be deemed inappropriate if somebody said, "Hey, they're dating." Right. Or they're seeing each other. It wouldn't be one of those inappropriate things where I would have been called in by HR and be like, you can't date people that, that you manage. So I get that. I get that. I just feel that there's a lot of problems with jobs, especially those jobs where people are close-knit like family. We just heard the thing about the cops.
What?
Remember the woman that was sleeping with all her partners or something? Yeah. Teachers. Working in a hospital. These are things that tend to have the potential to go slightly sideways.
Yeah.
But hey, if you like coffee, you're going to stand a better chance of meeting someone else who's a coffee lover too at your local Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess everybody's. I don't know. I look at it different because I don't know. Thank God I'm not in that situation.
Yeah, thank God for you.
I'm not gonna say I don't like people that's not like-minded as far as relationship, but I think the whole opposite. If I had to choose about the kind of person that wanted somebody that's along the same line, I think opposite attract is like excite. It brings the excitement.
But you need a base someplace. No, you need a base. I mean, this is the whole thing with. When girls are in their younger stages, they want the complete bad boy. They want the gangster, the person that's running around doing all kinds of craziness. But then when they get older, when they get older, they tend to find that they want someone that they can grow and mature with. So I get that opposites attract. I mean, men go through it too. We want the woman that walks on the street and drops drawers, causes traffic accidents and all of that stuff. We all want that, but as you get older, you tend to want someone that you can settle down with, that will raise your kids, that will be respectful. Not to go on and on about it, but you've got to find a base layer. It's like what's that place where they used to mix all the different flavors in the ice cream? Creamstone or
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone.
They still do it. They used to. That's why I was like.
I used to go there. I don't eat that much ice cream like that anymore. But the mix-ins, that's what they used to call it, the mix-ins, and they chop it up and mix it all together. But you got to pick a base. You got to pick vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry before they start adding in all those extra ingredients. So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking people will have an easier time if they find a common ground or a common base and then build past that.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll change when I get a little older. Right?
Oh,
I just don't. No, I'm saying.
You changing? Oh, wow.
No, I'm saying.
You heard it live, people.
No, I think that opposite. I think that helps with both parts. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me.
Friction makes heat. I understand that. But what I think the point that I'm trying to make is, if you're saying and you're telling all your girlfriends and all your homeboys, I can't find anybody. Maybe the easiest way is to start with the base level.
Or stop looking. Let it happen. Yeah, stop looking.
Yeah, you know what? The universe dictates that you take action. So
you can take action. Do what you do. You gotta go to the market. Go to the market. You gotta go to the post office. Go to the post office.
Okay.
I just looking. I don't know. I've never looked. I just never.
Well, I've never found myself in a situation where, in fact, we've had this discussion. A lot of times, my comfort zone is because I'm driven to create. So my comfort zone is based on, hey, it's not really mandatory. It would be nice. I would never be complaining about, hey, listen, I don't have a relationship if I didn't have one. And I think we had a common ground. We were both creatives.
Yeah.
That was the common ground. I think our first few conversations, we found a common ground.
Right.
There's a lot that causes friction and heat.
Right.
That we're different, that we have different mindsets about. But at the same time, I feel that, we found that base layer of, hey, we're creators. I want to do this. I have dreams. You know, like I told you, I want to take over the universe. You know, and these are things that kind of clicked with each other. Like, hey, okay, I can deal with it. Right. You know. Yeah. Does that make sense? Or
yeah, that makes sense. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, anything you want to add before we go to the next segment? The next segment?
No.
Okay. Hey, listen, keep it locked right here. We're coming right back. We're just going to take a quick break. You know what? If you're listening, great. Love it. Keep it locked to redmediaradio.com. If you're watching it, you're going to see different commercials between the break points. Go ahead and support those brands. And you know what? I want to tell you something. Contact me. Contact me if you would like to see your commercial not only featured on the air, but featured in one of our Real Talk 2.0 Monday edition videos. How does that sound? Good? All right, that's enough talk for me and shameless plugs. Let's go.
You cannot be a believer until you see your old life and the misery thereof and want to change.
You will find true success and happiness if you have only one goal. There really is only one, and that is this: to fulfill the highest, most truthful expression of yourself as a human being. You want to max out your humanity by using your energy to lift yourself up, your family, and the people around you. Theologian Howard Thurman said it best. He said, "Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive."
Okay, here we are back at Real Talk 2.0 Monday edition. Hey, listen, real quick, before people start throwing darts, you know, I did make mention of, you know, like when men are younger, and I'm sure somebody's going to take this the wrong way, where they always want to go with the woman that wears everything from the front window from Rainbow and, you know, tights and all of this and stopping traffic. Let me make this clear, okay? This is the one for me, okay? Double duty, okay? She's the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with. And she is also the one that, yes, jaw-dropping, okay? So, let's just clear that up, okay? Put your darts back in your pocket. What I want to talk about now as far as what's holding you back is another thing that I'm noticing is once you get out of high school or you do that 2 years in college, when you're young, you never really think about the future. You don't. And I see a lot of people that, you know, always are basically complaining about, oh, you know, if I could do it all over again, or, you know, some of the things I would change if I would have thought about where I would be now. There's really nothing holding you back. You know, it's all a choice thing. Yeah. Now, I'm not one for the regulated routine of college. I'm not. But Latif can attest to this. If I want to learn something, there's nothing that's going to stop me from learning it. You know? And whereas I won't go to college, I might take a course online. I might take, you know, what are those, like the training center things. It's just like when I took the business incubator course, LIATA. Right. You know, I went to them. Because I understand that, hey, listen, you're the only thing that's holding you back. I mean, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to go off topic. I mean, we just general. Are we just making this general?
Yeah, about people that just don't further their potential because they think it's too late.
Yeah, I think it's that. They think it's too late. I think the number one thing that holds people back is other people. The mind, you know, worried about what other people are going to say. Worried about, you know, people saying, especially once you get to a certain age and, you know, you knew, like, your circle, you know, certain people for a certain amount of time, you start thinking, like, oh, they're going to think I changed. Yeah. Even a parent, you know, your children may, you know, because children are people too. Everybody doesn't have the most supportive, you know, children. And sometimes, you know, you got your own children. Like with social media, I know, like, they've never said it, but I know sometimes my children are probably cringing, like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Right,
Mom, you're doing too much. Stuff like that. But that's the way now that you have. God knows I wish that things were different, that was still, you can write a letter to, this executive or, just show up at the company.
They actually want to see you.
Yeah, they want to see, how people interact with you, or just how you present yourself.
True.
So, yeah, I think that's like a big thing that holds people back. Worried about what other people think.
Yes.
Whether it be people that don't know you or people that do know you.
Right.
And it comes down to just, especially like with the COVID thing, a lot of people, started to find themselves. You have no choice. You're in the house. You're stuck in the house all day. You get to know yourself a little better. And you have the people that just went along with the program. Okay, I'm staying in the house. I'm going to keep, I clean on Wednesdays. I do this, I do that. I'm just going to keep that routine until everything opens up.
Right.
So, the people that, started to evolve and find themselves, they weren't being held back. But then you had the people that weren't doing it that kind of thought that for some reason, that I think I said this a lot of times because it's real. I've experienced it. Think that they can hold you back. Right. When you have to be stronger and just know, look, I'm evolving. Heck with you if you feel like I'm changing whatever you think it is. I'm going to keep doing this.
Right. I mean, you bring up a lot of valid points, but and I've said this a million times. Once you get to that age, I think for me, honestly, it was like in my early 30s where I just got to the age of, I don't really care what you think. You've got to start to grasp the fact, whether it's a career change or, higher learning, learning something you've always said that you wanted to learn. You have to stop thinking about what other people are going to think. Because, and I hate to always say this, last time I checked, nobody's going to do the work for you.
Right.
Nobody's going to sit down and go to the classes or take the course or anything. People are always going to have something to say. And that is based on, this is one of the important reasons why you stop seeking validation. People will see your potential usually quicker than you ever see your potential. I remember when I was taking the business incubator class, and I mentioned it to a local shopkeep. I'm not going to throw them on blast, and they just paused and was like, oh, you sure you want to do that?
Like this, a shop would do the body, literally. Like,
and it was like, they don't really help you, this, that, and the other. You can do all that on your own. Then found out, by mistake, that this person took this course. That cemented in my mind. So why would you dissuade me from doing something that you actually did, that you found a return on investment, which I know for a fact this person did get a return on investment for being a member of this group. Why would you think it is all right to tell another person, and maybe you shouldn't do that? Again, we get back to the fact that people see your potential before you even see that person. To this day, I understand now, this person saw me as a threat. I can't let you get ahead. And you will be surprised the amount of people that you have in your life that you give titles to, that have blood the same as yours running through their veins, that are actually frightened of you.
Right.
And they will do everything within their power to stop you from getting ahead.
Right.
They will be like that classic movie where you're going down the stairs and somebody throws out a foot and trips you, just so they can walk down the stairs ahead of you.
Right.
Or walk up the stairs ahead of you.
Right. And on the flip side, if some people are struggling, being that person, hating, maybe not hating, maybe just like, oh God, I know them, that's not who they are. Right. You're holding yourself back.
Right, because you're focused on
somebody else. That holds you back.
Right.
Maybe your talent may not be, and I know this from talking to other people, influencers or whatever you want to call it, the people that do stuff on social media and stuff, do videos like what we do and stuff like that. If that they may have a talent, theirs may not, or they might have aspirations and dreams, But theirs may not have nothing to do with being in front of a camera.
Yep.
Or anything. But you're holding yourself back because you're too busy rolling your eyes every time you look at a video.
Thanks for tuning in, though.
Rolling your eyes every time you see them do a reel or video or whatever it is, a TikTok or whatever. And here it is, you have this amazing talent, and you got your talent in the back, like, just pissed at you because you won't pursue it.
Yep.
Maybe you like to cook. Maybe you like to sew or write, and you just want to write for a little small magazine. But you're not doing it because you're so busy mad at this person that you feel like you know so well, and this just isn't them.
Yeah,
you're holding yourself back.
Yeah, that in a nutshell, I think that's what holds a lot of people back. Worried about what the next person is doing. I really wish, because I'm going to tell you, the type of person that I am is, once I figure out, just like that person that decided to give me the rundown of why I shouldn't proceed forward with this whole class, because it was a 9-week program. It was very in-depth. I wrote a whole business plan, everything. Actually taught me how to switch gears. And you took it. Why wouldn't you be the person that says, hey, listen, that's a pretty good program. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. I would have accepted it.
Right.
But this person, for a fact, I don't even go into their shop anymore. Because it's not that I'm trying to be petty. It's like, well, what was your return on investment for trying to stop me from doing something that, if I learned one thing out of those 9 weeks to make me a better person or a better business person, what difference did it make to you? You, again, notice that I said shopkeep.
Right.
You're already there.
Right.
So what's the problem?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I mean, nobody asked for the advice, but
yeah, and that's the thing. This person was being nosy because I was talking to you, and I was like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get to this class.
Right.
And I was like, oh, what class are you taking? And I explained to him, and like the whole just attitude changed.
That was crazy.
Oh, really? Are you sure you want to do that? It's like, what difference? If I wanted to take a class on how to raise ants, how does that affect your life?
Right.
If I want to take a class on how to wipe people's butts,
right,
how is that affecting your life?
Right.
People have this strange thing, and this is what holds people back, of this whole competition thing. And it's like, boo-boo, I don't want to do what you do.
Right.
I have never woke up, what this person does.
Right.
I have never woken up and said, hey, listen, this is what I really want to do.
Right.
So what difference does it make to you what it is that I'm doing?
Right. And you change how, how somebody could literally look up to you, and then you do that, and it's like,
well, yeah, I thought this person was successful. I thought this person, was like, wow. Especially being a person of color, and we'll get to that in the next segment, about what's holding you back. Being a person of color, I would have thought the complete opposite.
Right.
You would have been supportive.
Right.
I would have expected to hear that from someone that sits on the other side of the color map. Just like, the celebrities like Oprah Winfrey, Chris Rock, all these people talk about how they had, professionals in their lives, teachers, counselors, professors, that actually told them, you should just give up that dream. It's not going to turn out for you. This is the course that you need to follow.
Yeah.
And it's like, look at them now. See, I am glad I am not at that stage yet, because I'd be petty and be calling everybody up. Be like, remember that time you told me? Man. Well, you know what? I now own your business. I now own your building. By the way, I just bought your house. This is the way that, just to show people, like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. In any event, like I said, keep it locked. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get right back into this what's holding you back thing. And please leave your comments. Let us know how you feel. It's not just about our conversation. You can add on to the conversation just by dropping a comment. Or if you're listening to this on the radio, just go to the Red Media Radio page on Facebook or the website redmediaradio.com. Use the chat box. You can sign in as a guest, as anonymous as hell, and just go ahead and let us know your feelings on this whole subject of what's really holding you back.
Yep.
And with that being said, we should take a break.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
You've busted your ass to get to this stage.
Now that you've made it, where is the support?
Where are your family and friends?
Where are the people that you dropped everything for to be just there for them?
Where is the love and support that you need?
Why do you even care? At this stage, why do you care?
World of Red Media has your back.
I gotta ask you again, why do you even care? Because World of Red Media LLC has marketing and promotion packages that makes it easy. Contact World of Red Media LLC, the offices of World of Red Media LLC, 518-291-9186. Because I'm going to tell you something. No matter what they do, we have your back. World of Red Media Marketing. We have your back. I don't care about those other people. I just don't. Contact us. We got your back. Marketing and promotions made easy. Okay, here we are back at Real Talk 2.0 Monday edition, and I've got nothing to clear up, okay? Because I got yelled at.
What?
After the first segment,
What?
you was like,
Wow.
you was like, oh,
You cleared that up
you
on
banging,
your
baby.
own.
You banging, don't worry
So
about it.
you
As
cleared
far
that
as
up on your own.
As far as I'm concerned, you're banging.
Wow.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh, that sounded wrong too, but you know what I mean. But
Before I yelled at you, because you cleared that up. All right, whatever. Good.
Y'all see this mark over here? Like,
Whatever.
no, I'm just joking. I think we've reached a level in our relationship where we're comfortable. Like I said, me and you understood what I was saying. However, that was basically for the other people, because Lord knows people throw darts at me all the time and it just hurts. I'm starting to get dart marks all on my back and my butt and everything. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But back to the conversation. There are a lot of things that hold us back, but I think when you look at the whole picture, the complete picture, you take off all the filters, there's nobody holding you back. It's you. It's you. It's you overthinking stuff. It's you overthinking certain situations. It's you overthinking, what could possibly go wrong. I'm going to tell you one thing about life. There's always something that can go wrong. The best laid plans can go sideways. You ask any bank robber. Bank robbers sometimes spend up to a year trying to not that I know anything about that, but they can spend up to a year, planning out a caper. And all it takes is for one person to be out of place, one person to call out sick and be replaced with someone else, or somebody trips, or somebody falls, or somebody leaves the clip out the gun. It doesn't matter, there's always a possibility that something can go wrong. My advice is stop worrying about what can go wrong. Just think about everything that could possibly go right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like I've said, I think since we've been doing this, just do it. Just do it, and just do it with a clear mind, with only your sound voice, not the ego voice or nothing, but just like like you said, no validation, not worried about, well, I wonder how many people who want to like it. I had to learn through trial and error. Don't say anything. It's whatever. If it's a project or whatever, it's your project. Right. It's not for
it kind of falls down to many different things in our life. The raising of children is like a prime, topic that where you let people decide for you, it goes sideways. Yeah. I have never, ever in my life seen someone come knock on somebody's door and say, you have no clue what the hell you're doing. I'm taking these kids and I'm calling them my own and I'm taking them out of here. You don't have to worry about raising kids anymore. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But if you get on the phone or if you get a visit, there's somebody with Dr. Spock's book on how to raise children giving you all of this unneeded advice. And, we find that, at the end of the day, you're still the parent that has to deal with it. No matter whether it's going 120% right or 120% wrong, you still got to deal with it. Right. And I find that most people will jump in and take credit when things are 120% right. You know,
Don't even get me started on that.
I told you that's what you need to do, and you see how that turned out. But boo boo, I'm here 24 hours a day, not you.
Right.
You come by for a visit, you spend an hour, maybe two. You know, and you're like Mary Poppins. You done changed the whole world and made it start singing. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, and just to bring it back to the Fern Ranch, you know, it's your life. You've got to deal with it. No one else. If it goes wrong, guess who has to deal with it?
Yeah.
If it goes right, guess who has to deal with it? What I would suggest is just to keep people out your business. You know, because if they're not giving you that return on investment, you know, hey, you need to get a better job. If they're not getting you a better job or giving you the hookup to a better job, guess what? You've got to go out there and find a better job.
Right.
You know, a person giving you lip service about what you should be doing is useless to me. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my energy. And it's a waste of that person's oxygen, because in the back of my head, I'm going, Huh? What you say? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got advice. Everybody's got advice about your life. You've got to decide to take the steering wheel on your own.
Right.
Because as long as you let people lead your life, when it goes wrong, they magically disappear.
Right.
They magically disappear, or they come up with that, oh, that's not what I said, you misunderstood what I said. I didn't say quit your job. I told you to go down to Boo Boo, and Boo Boo will try to hook you up to find another job and get that job first.
Right.
No, it's not the way it works.
Right.
You know, stop complaining. Because you're in control. I mean, would you agree?
Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean, since we're talking about children, but this is something I've been saying, too, for a long time. And it's not only because I worked in the field with children. But, you know, I say, when I get to the point where I need a little validation, because, you know, or advice, and I want it to come as close as, you know, as real it can get, the youngest child in your life. Literally the youngest child in your life. You tell the youngest child in your life that can comprehend what you're saying, about 4 or 5. Tell them you got an idea, they'll tell you go for it.
Yep.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Yeah, go for it. All you gotta do is, you know, that they will give you the sound. The younger
because their mind isn't poisoned and seeking validation.
And jealousy or envy
is from their parents.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. So yeah, that's my. You know, that's who I. Besides you, you know, if I come up with something new or something, you know, even, you know, I write. A lot of people don't know that. Who do I go to? Monty, read this for me. How you like that? Oh, you know, and I'll have her read 2 or 3. Which one you like the best? This one. Okay, that's the one I'm going with.
Right,
because I know it's, you know, sound, unjudgmental, you know, advice. And even if I'm, well, it's been a while, but if I'm, you know, letting some things out, and, you know, I might talk to her as, you know, on her level, and she'll just, you know, listen. She will have no opinion. I could tell her someone dragged my name through the mud. She's just listening. She's, you know,
sometimes
listening.
That's all you need in this life.
Yeah, you know,
someone that's going to listen without the unneeded advice.
Yeah, and she doesn't take sides or anything. It's like, it's my cue to be like, just live your life. And, you know, I watch children too. You know, I watch her. She does her routine. She, you know, she's very grounded and focused on, you know, what it is. No one can get, you know. I give her the speech about don't let, you know, people, you know, always be yourself. And it's like, it's to the point now where it's almost like, she's like, why are you telling me this? I got, I got this. I'm grounded, you know. Yep. So, you know, watch children. Like, seriously, you know, watch her and just watch how they, you know, maneuver.
That does not mean go to the park
and watch children.
Watch children, because someone's going to come on the restaurant.
Yeah, but I mean, if you feel like, you know, for me, when I feel uncomfortable, like, somebody has to look at this. I know you won't. It's like, I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm never.
Yeah, I talk to somebody in the house that's 4 or older, you know.
But you know what? You do know why I do that, because I feel people taking darts out of their pocket. Now, it's not that I'm not being supportive. It's because I'm a firm believer in get it out of you. Get it all done and out of you, because I have found that when people show you stuff, they want your opinion. Is this good or is this bad?
Right.
Is this, you know, should I do it this way or should I do it that way?
And the child will tell you if it's bad.
Yeah. But I think it breaks the process. And again, I never want people to seek validation from me. That's very important because, just like that person that told me, oh, you shouldn't go to that business incubator. They don't do nothing, this, that, and the other. And like I said, I literally found out, 3 days later that alumni. I'm like, really? Really? Oh yes, and we support that person, and I've seen them put up job postings for that person to help their business grow, and it's like, but you told me not to go.
Right.
I never want to be that guy. I don't want anybody to stop their dream or their ambitions or their goals due to the fact that I said, maybe you might want to go work on that again. Words are very powerful. We talk about witchcraft and we talk about spells. There's a reason why. It's because certain words are very powerful. Words can hurt or words can uplift. Yep. It just depends on whose mouth the words are coming out of.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah. People know what they're doing. People know what they're doing in conversations. I've learned that not too long ago. That, I'm like, I think they knew how they thought they were going to leave me feeling at that conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got to build yourself up to the point where the darts don't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Where the barbs don't hurt anymore. Where people's opinion of your ambitions and your goals don't mean anything anymore. It's hard. It is very, very hard. But I find sometimes I'll just speak up and be like, what's the goal here? Are you trying to? It's something that I learned at my previous job. Are you trying to hurt the process or are you trying to help the process? Which one are you going for? Let me know ahead of time so that way I can move accordingly. Your favorite thing. So with that being said, please, your comments, love them, leave them. Let us know how you feel. Again, you can go to redmediaradio.com. The chat box will pop up. You can sign in as a guest and leave your comments. Facebook page. I'm not going to tell you to call me because I get too many spam calls as it is. But, let us know how you really, really feel, about what it is that's holding you back. We all have something. I go through this like every 6 months where I just decide this is holding me back. I delete stuff off of my phone. I'm like, this is holding me back. This is just wasting too much time. I won't turn on the game system for like days. Like, I'm just wasting too much time on this. We know what's holding us back. We already know. It's just making both sides of our brain understand that, hey, listen, I gotta sacrifice this if I want to do this. Or, you can do anything. Bill Gates, he was born into some money, but at the same time, he made his own way.
Right.
He made his own way. He's richer than the family ever was. Go figure. With that being said, I'm Red.
And I'm Zeve.
You already know, redmediaradio.com. Keep it locked. Locked. And I'm just want to say one thing. Love you guys.
I'm on a hustle. I'm on the grind. Everything I see, I make it mine. I'm on a hustle. I'm on the grind. Everything I see, I make it mine. I think I'm dizzy. Keeping that busy. Steady on the grizzy. Hustling real hard. Double bag full of cash. Make them haters real mad. Hating cause they ain't know how to get bread. 24/7, 365. Waited too long. Now it's my shine. I'm stunning when I'm running in the limelight. Steady running your mouth cause I rhyme tight. I'm on a hustle. I'm on the grind. Everything I see, I make it mine. I'm on a hustle. I'm on the grind. Everything I see, I make it mine.